This area that we're playing sports on, this was a sacred hunting ground for the Senecas.
My name's Tyrone Bowen-Collateta. I'm a second semester junior here at Pitt-Bradford. I'm a health and PE major. I also minor in exercise science, and I am the captain of the UPB men's lacrosse team. I held a lacrosse stick probably around the ages of like 2 to 3, but with everyone on the reservation, it starts a lot earlier than that. Traditionally, we're born, you're given a wooden lacrosse stick, so your bond to the game starts from that point. I remember I was with my grandpa and we were driving home, and I just had this feeling Bradford just needs lacrosse here. Looking back at that time, my whole family kind of looked at me as like, you're going back to school? We also believe in our tradition and our culture that you are where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there.
I don't know much about lacrosse. I needed the X's and the O's, but I also needed the history of the game. This gentleman introduced me to some people in the Seneca Nation, the first being, at the time, as fortune would have it, the president's chief of staff. I picked his brain about lacrosse. After that meeting, President Esch tells me about Ty in Dr. Euland's class, and it clicked.
I guarantee you're gonna play for the Arrows than this.
I knew that Native Americans played the game. I didn't know how deep it was in their history, and that's what I learned. It just became more and more obvious this is a sport we needed to explore.
Well, you know, I figure when we're in Argo, right, it's the same exact look.
We didn't have the facilities. We needed to have artificial turf because it's a spring sport. And the springs here can be cold, they can be wet, they can be snowy.
Describe it, Josh. While I was in grad school, I was actually working with Pitt women's basketball, which were some of the most fun 2 years I've ever had in sports. But it was Coach Peterson that told me, you need to pursue lacrosse because that's your sport. We're a young, energetic team. It's been incredible to see the growth. They're working their tails off.
My family, my great-grandfather, my grandma Jackie, my grandpa Guy, my mom, it took a lot for them to get me to where I am today, and I never take that for granted. My dad has taught me the meaning of the game. So Dad, when did you pick up a lacrosse stick?
I picked up a lacrosse stick when I was 3 years old. I played with my uncles, brothers, cousins. Never played with my dad though.
What do you love about the game of lacrosse?
Everything. Everything about the game of lacrosse, friendships, meeting new people, the medicine of the game. I'll probably play lacrosse till I die. When you make a lacrosse stick, it's the law of the heart that you put in a stick. That's how it's gonna turn out. You start from a hickory tree, that big, and you shape it down to this. This is the beginning stage of it. This is how far we got in yours, and this is the finishing stage.
Now it's just finishing off sanding it, getting the holes drilled. So this one's specifically in mind for Coach. I think about who he is as a person, who he is as a coach, and who he was as a player. When I gift this to Coach, no one else can use this stick. It's just for Coach.
He's athletic, he's passionate, he's got a good motor in him. You need all that, but he also has what nobody else in our program has, and has the history of it. 300, 400, 500, 600 years old that he has been able to teach us, which has been taught to him, which has been taught to his dad and his grandfather and his great-grandfather.
Hit on two! Hit on two!
Ty has been extremely influential not only to me, but to this entire community about what lacrosse really means.
Every time we pick up a stick, we always play for something more than just ourselves.
There's more to this game than just what's on that field. What Ty has been able to teach us is the why. Why do you really play the game? Lacrosse extends so much more than just the ground balls and the goals and the championships. It's an identity.
Am I helping them build a bond and connection with their stick? Am I helping them find their way in the game? In my culture, it's a brotherhood or a sisterhood. I have 26 other brothers now. The response to the program has been tremendous.
We needed Ty's story. Ty is helping us with the great sport of lacrosse to educate all of us. It's great for the University of Pittsburgh at Bradford to have this experience.
This way, right to the sideline. College lacrosse is still really, for a lot of people, the pinnacle of our sport. The transition to spring, however, is a huge jump. And with us being in Division III now,
We want a shot at the conference title. We do want to do all these great things to help build a winning culture for this program.
He's got a gift. He wants to give back to his community through sport.
I'm really fortunate that it found me and I found my calling. This is like a storybook ending. Hail to Pitt, hail to possible.